Well, hello there and good day. Thank you so much for joining me at Dystopian Report, the place where we talk about the nightmare world we have found ourselves living in. I'm your host, Jesse Pullman, and today is April 21st, 2025. It's about 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as I make this video. Happy belated Easter, happy belated 420, and happy birthday to my mother-in-law. Let's make this one a bit of a quickie. So, we're going to be talking about the passing of Pope Francis and what comes next for the world. Let's open with a disclaimer. I'm not a Christian, let alone a Catholic, and I definitely didn't agree with the Pope on everything. With that said, when I think of what Christianity is supposed to be, which is things like healing the sick, caring for the poor, loving thy neighbor, Francis was the most Christian Pope I can think of, not just within my lifetime, which is 40 years or so, but within pretty much any historical time period that I've ever studied where popes are a thing. He did, by all accounts, really live up to what he claimed to live up to and what his religion is held up as being. Was he perfect? Again, no. He wasn't perfect on queer rights, for example, but he was better than any other pope I can think of, and that's what brings me to my next thought. He has passed. There's going to be a new pope. There's a whole process for that. You can find an explainer on that from an expert on that. But as far as my concerns with it, my big concern would be that some sort of Christian nationalist, revanchist, far-right type person is the next pope, and that this pope turns around and immediately starts being very what I always thought of the church as being, which was a very malignant religious institution that would have a worldwide impact. I mean, I know it's a popular joke to say that J.D. Vance did in the Pope, but I don't believe that, and I don't think anyone seriously does. It's just coincidental that, like, J.D. Vance was one of the last people to see the Pope alive. And J.D. Vance was put off by the Pope, if I recall correctly, because the Pope didn't really want to see him on grounds that, like, hey, dude, look at how you're treating immigrants, and, like, wasn't Jesus an immigrant and all of that? And for somebody ideologically aligned to J.D. Vance to come along and be like, hey, I'm the new Pope, would be a great boon to an administration that deserves no great boons. So my concern as someone who's not part of the religious world in that sense, and not that religion anyway, is that there will be a new pope. This pope will be extremely conservative, will withdraw support for a lot of people and allow for people that claim to be of a Christian faith but aren't really what most would consider following the words of Jesus, allow them to embrace their worst instincts. Anyway, I think I've kept you for long enough. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. If you appreciate this video, please do subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Otherwise, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Say goodbye to the Pope if you feel like this is the right place to do so. I don't know that it would be, but, you know, maybe you do. So, thank you all again so much for joining me as always on this channel. Pieces. Oh, and by the way, that was a one-shot. And also, the theme song for this series, Deus Irae, Dies Irae, whatever, however you want to say it, is about the Day of Judgment, and, you know, even saints shall comfort need. Anyway, just felt like that belongs in here because even saints do need comfort, and Francis was the Pope, so he might need comfort too. I don't know, but I hope he gets it. Pieces.